outside. Feel a little fall in the air. Dr. Stewart, please come lead us in the national anthem.
Do we have someone who can play the piano? Our pen's out today. Anybody volunteer? 2 fingers work. Well, we'll sing it without it. Sing with me.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much.
When we're looking for new members, we need to find somebody who's musically inclined to help out with the all year. All right, Alan Richards has our education.
May we pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day's beautiful weather we're having. God, you've really given us. We're truly grateful for what you've given us. Pray your blessings through to nourish us and strengthen us so that when we go out and serve others, you would have us serve. Pray this across the name. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Alan. Family Rotary by Mr. Terry Duffy.
Thank you, President Josh. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday. Before we get into the official club birthdays, anniversaries, let's do a couple of things. Greg Hendricks just found out made his 500-mile trek through Spain, and I guess he's still in one piece. I hope he is, and maybe blizzards on the feet. We'll have to hear all about that soon. Also, special anniversaries. Anniversaries, are always special anyway. And it takes people quite a while to get to these milestones. And our sheriff just celebrated his 50th class reunion in Chalmont. I guess you say that, Chalmont, Louisiana. Is that right, Sheriff?
Chalmette.
Chalmette. Okay. So that was this past weekend, the 50th anniversary. Were you the youngest guy there? You were? Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if you had any comments about your classmates. And also talk about anniversaries. And we will have to give him a round of applause for this because of the long faithful service. He is now also celebrating his 45th anniversary as an employee of Houston County. What a great story. Thank you for that. Thank you. Well, birthday, Martin Booth on October the 7th, along with Paul Lee, Lester Pinkard, October the 5th, and Les Moreland, October the 9th. Over in the anniversary side, Alex Richards and Lisa, October the 2nd, along with Brian Davidson and Rachel. Kelly Cotton and Daryl on October the 7th, Greg Gregory and Vicky, October 13th, Willis Smitherman and Lana, October 15th, along with Jimmy Logan and Tim on October the 15th. Hope you all have a great week. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Sean Gibson, please come forward and introduce the guests.
Happy Monday, all. Happy Monday. All right, we're happy to welcome our guests and visitors to our Rotary meeting today. When I call your name, would you please stand and remain standing until all visitors are recognized? Michelle Patterson, guest of Donna Coleman. And I'm going to go ahead and recognize some visiting Rotarians from the Alcohol Club to lit flowers. All right, thank y'all for coming today.
All right, Alex Reynolds, please come forward. $2,388 points. All right, last score 5901. 5901. Thanks, sir. All right, the ace lives on. All right, Jason Rudd has announced the debate.
Hey everybody, we got the dictionary project. The dictionaries are here. You probably saw the pallet right outside the door when you came in. These are the stickers, and if you got, I don't know, 15, maybe 10 minutes to help us, we're going to put all these stickers on the inside cover of each dictionary, and after this meeting, and if you can, if you know that you've got some availability this week, I'd love to put you on the list to go with us to drop off the box. When we go to each of the elementary schools, was it 13 of them? Roughly, I think it was 13. But we've already got a schedule for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and I've got some time slots. I'd love to pencil you in to go. I'll either go with you or I can send them with you if you've done it before. But we're going to ask them to look up a word, maybe the word service, because that's what Dothan Rotary Club does. But maybe just briefly tell them about the four-way test. So it's really easy to drop off. I might give you 3 or 4 boxes of them. You walk in the class, introduce yourself to the teacher, and at the assigned time, ask the kid to distribute the dictionaries to each student that's in the class. And then, you ask, hey, if y'all would, let's look up, or maybe say, hey, I'm from the Dothan Rotary Club. We do this. We meet, we talk, we have a good time, and we do service. Maybe mention the four-way test, or even read it, or ask them to open the front cover to read the four-way test, and then maybe ask them to look up the word service. So all that takes place in about 10, maybe 15 minutes of your day. So if you've got time to distribute this week, let me know. I'll be around after the meeting, but if you've got time to help us put the stickers on, I might hand you two boxes. So that might be 5 to 10 minutes after today's meeting. Thanks.
Thank you, Jason. All right, just a reminder, John Gormley spoke the last couple of weeks, letting us know about his new book that's been published. So I believe he has some copies in the hallway here. Is that right, John? Okay. So on your way out today, go see John and get a book. Let's support him. Also, an announcement in reference to the White Elephant Sale, Alan Richards has some extra raffle tickets. So if you are wanting an additional raffle ticket, go see Alan. Remember, all of us are, I think each member has already paid for 1 raffle ticket. So if you want any extra, I think they're $100 a piece. Go see Alan. Also, Kelly wants me to note there will be a meeting of the White Elephant Sale Committee up here by the piano after this meeting. So looking forward to the White Elephant Sale, just a few weeks away. Paul Lee has an announcement he'd like to make.
Thank you, President Josh. Every year at this time, there's a little history with WRC and then Rotary and the importance of our relationship. But before I do that, if you have served on the board at Wiregrass Rehab Center or either serving now, would you just stand for just a second? That's incredible. Thank you. Thank you. And it's because of men like that and women like that, is because of what we do here. this time of the year, for those of you that may not know, for the new members, Rotary owns this 25 plus acres of land that WRC sits on. And we pay Rotary $1 a year for rent. And today is the day we're gonna pass that $1 on. But it's a great opportunity to just touch base on exactly and remind everyone what we do, especially those of you that are new members. Many of you have lived it. A lot of these people here, I know Les Moreland's not here, but I remember the story of his dad and a group of them in that particular time had to ante up to make payroll years ago. We've been here since 1959 in some shape, form, or name of some sort since 1959. We have about 15 different businesses here on this campus. It'll range anywhere from 180 to 200 employees. 75% of our documented 75% of our direct labor has some sort of documented disability. We either put them to work in different areas, or we find another 150 plus people jobs out in the community. So what we're doing is trying to help those people become as independent as possible. It's extremely important. People drive by this building every day, and they have no idea of the impact, millions of dollars of impact we have. To give you an idea, we have some federal contracts that are paying $20+ an hour. We have 401ks. We match 401ks. We have retirement, the retirement system, and then, of course, vacation, sick time as well. But in many of those cases, many of these people can't read, they can't drive, or they have some sort of disability that won't allow them to do that. We pick up probably 60% of those people every day and bring them to their job here and then take them home every day. So just wanted to give you an idea of the impact that you're making, and thank you for those board members that have served and are serving, because you are making a difference in this community. Today, President Josh, I'd love for you to come down and present this $1 check. That is a very valuable $1 to us. So thank you, and Rotary. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks to WRC, all the staff, all the people. Like you mentioned, this place touches a lot of people, and is a great, huge asset to our community. So, what a blessing. All right, Walter Hill is going to come forward and introduce our guest today.
Thank you, President Josh. It's my pleasure to introduce y'all to my friend of 42 years. Monde worked at Spring Hill College, was a brand new employee when I was a freshman there, and we have been friends since 1981. I was real active in student government, so got to work with her a lot when she was there, and with in alumni relations and all her other many roles there. And finally, back in February, she and Melanie got to meet. And I told Melanie at the Civic Center, it's my own business. I said, this is the person that's known me the longest of anybody in this building right now. And so also we're the last Rotary Club in the Wiregrass. After helping her set up dates to speak at all the other ones, I'm glad that we're able to have Monde here today. Monde is currently the Vice President of the Better Business Bureau Educational Foundation of Central and South Alabama. A Mobile native, she came to the Better Business Bureau after 27 years at Spring Hill College in the Advancement Division. She also led development efforts at McGill-Tulane Catholic High School for 10 years. She has worked at the University of Alabama, the Anniston Star, and the Pensacola News Journal. Her civic involvement includes Leadership Mobile, Rotary Club of Mobile, Mobile Area Chamber of Commerce, Small Business Council, and she is currently the Vice President of the Diocese of Mobile Catholic Foundation Board. So let's give a big Dothan Rotary welcome to Monde Donaldson.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for having me here. as Walter told you, and he actually had to tell you when we really met so many years ago, but we've been friends for a really long time, and as you know, he is a leader in this community, and he was a leader in college, and that's the kind of people and the men and the women that I can see that are members of this club. This is a very distinguished group. Walter, as people would come up, he'd tell me who they were and what they do. And I do believe that every one of you is living your true life and living a life of service to your community. And that's the best testament I could give to anybody here. So thank you all. Thank you for having me here. I have spoken to many Rotary clubs. This is the second largest, only to my club in Mobile. But so I'm very flattered to have such great attendance. I like to walk around, but I know there's a camera on, so I probably won't walk around. So you people in the back, this is not church. I may scoot back there with you to make sure you're paying attention. I'm just telling you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the Better Business Bureau is. I'm going to tell you about some of the scams that are going on in our state, and then we're going to focus in on small business. And please feel free to raise your hand at any time if you have a question. So what is the Better Business Bureau? How many of y'all know what it is? Okay, you raise your hand first, sir. Tell everybody what it is.
Josh, no, you do it. Well, the Better Business Bureau is an organization that keeps all us businesses straight and safe.
Thank you. That is a great answer, and I think it's a lot better than for me to say what it is. So we've been around for 100 years, more than 100 years, and that is exactly what we do. We are here to protect businesses and consumers, and we have accredited businesses that are members. We have many of you may be in our database. So even if you're not a member of the Better Business Bureau, we have a very extensive database of all the businesses in Alabama that we can identify. We have 2 offices, one in Birmingham and one in Mobile. And ever since, I know we had an office here before I came on board the BBB, and we have a new leadership now, and so we are really passionate about having a bigger footprint and reaching out to people in the wiregrass so that we can protect you as a consumer and protect you as a business as well. We have 4,100 accredited businesses in that service area. That little white area to the right is where the Auburn area is part of the Columbus, Georgia BBB, and then the north is part of the North Alabama. Here's some of the things we do. And these are things that maybe y'all know about. Has anybody ever called us before for anything? I'm sure somebody can. Okay, so a list of our services are on bbb.org, but the majority of the calls that we get day in and day out, I'm going to move and I'm going to try and talk louder. The majority of the calls that we get day in and day out are people saying, can you tell me about this company? Or I want to use a roofer, can you let me know about them? That is what people want to know. Is a person that they're dealing with legitimate? Do they have any customer complaints? How long have they been in business? You can find out all those things by contacting us. If you do, you can also get customer reviews on our website, and we also have a speakers bureau. Tell me how far I can move.
That's good.
Okay. Can y'all hear me in the back? Okay, my husband says I'm loud, so, okay, we also have a tool called Scam Tracker where we can, I'll come back. A Scam Tracker where you can look for scams anywhere in the country, anywhere in Alabama. If you think somebody's being, a loved one is being fooled by a romance scam, you can come and look where romance scams hide in Alabama, or puppy scams, or small business scams, whatever they might be. If you're a business person and you're considering moving a business or opening up a new location and you don't know who to contact in Elba, or you don't, which you probably already know that one, but if you didn't know who to contact in Atmore or Decatur, you can come to our business resource guide. All this is free and on our website. All right, now, woo, much better. Thank you, Walter. Okay, we have live chat. If you just want to get on, you don't want to hold on, you can just sit at your computer and ask a few questions. Okay, community outreach. This is something we do for all of our counties, all in our service area. We do programming. That's what we're doing here today. We have events. We have a student essay contest that if there's anybody here from the school system, I would love to talk to you afterwards. We have a essay contest with a grant from the Alabama Humanities Alliance, where we get students to write about business and ethics in the workplace and interview a business leader. We're just about to kick it off for the fall. There are cash prizes for students, there are cash prizes for teachers, and there's cash prizes for schools. So if we have any high school folks here, please come see me. We do a lot of storm recovery resources, as y'all know. I know the last time I spoke up here, there were people that were taken advantage of after a hurricane. Anybody here that was taken advantage of after a hurricane, or know somebody in their neighborhood where when those bad people come through that don't have any business being here doing business in your neighborhoods? All right, gentlemen, you're with the red shirt, you're shaking your head.
Well, I know somebody, I work with a credit union, and I had a member that agreed to do some work for someone. He had a small business, went into make some repairs, and the contractor he was working for, he did all the work, got to the money that they
Yes.
and skipped out and was trying to find.
Yeah, those are the bad storm chasers. They're almost like gypsies that come from one state to the next. And then we do have a lot of online resources, bbb.org, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. Our business resource guide, I already mentioned that. Just go to our website and it's just a click. It's nothing printed. It's very easy to access. I speak at a lot of places. I'm very delighted to finally be here. But I do have a lot of other topics. If you're a member of a church group, a church that has a big senior community, I do a lot of speaking about seniors, for seniors and senior scams. And these are some other topics that we have. These are the principles that the BBB stands for: honesty, transparency, proactivity, humility, and equity. And actually, those are the 5 topics of our student essay. The reason we have that is because we feel like high school students, they're just thinking, well, I want to get a job. They are not thinking, what kind of person do I want to work with? And what kind of person do I want to be when I grow up when it comes to a committed business person? I'm thinking most of y'all are those committed business people. So that's why we feel like it's important, because those students are going to be our business leaders in years to come. Scam tracker. I see a lot of people on their phones right now. I am sure they are looking up our BBB website so they can see all the tools that we have. And like I said, Scam Tracker is one that you can just look up on our website, and there it is if you want to report anything, or if you want to check on anything, whether they're in another state or not, they will be there. Okay. What have y'all heard about any particular scams going on in this area? Anybody want to share anything? Okay, well, I'll tell you one that's right up the road from y'all is in Troy. I was just there last week, and there was a scammer sending out text and emails to parents of Troy students telling them that their children have been arrested. But if they would pay a little fine by credit card, then they would, continue the charges against them. The Troy PD, the TSU police, sent a text out saying this is a scam. So that's just an example of something right down the road. So these are numbers I'm going to give you. As I told y'all, BBB is part of a national organization. And every year we do a scam tracker report. And these are some of the results from last year in our area, in Alabama. So it was a 31% increase in the number of scams. And then the median amount of money lost was much higher too. These statistics should not really surprise anybody. Y'all see employment and online scams are highest from ages 18, I believe it's to 54, so 64. Anybody want to guess why those are so high? Okay, this is not a quiet bunch. I've seen y'all up here, you have a songbook on the table, so somebody can figure it out why. It's because, a lot of it's because of COVID. People are doing a lot more online shopping, and then people are trying to look for jobs from home. Young people don't read the fine print. They just start clicking, and you would think they would be a little more sophisticated, but unfortunately, they're looking for something part-time they can do from college. They're looking for something, they think just because it's on LinkedIn that it's legitimate. I hate to tell you, but there are people who troll like LinkedIn as well. Online, people are buying everything from toilet paper still to, you name it. My son delivers for FedEx. They're buying, they're buying tires down there in Grand Bay. Okay, anything, just because you see something on Facebook, as you probably know, it's not true. I think the most interesting statistic on here actually is look what's grown so much in the senior level, and that's cryptocurrency. Okay, here's the dollars lost, employment scams, $500 one year, $1,500 the next. Same thing on online purchase, up 30%. But look at that cryptocurrency scams. It was 11,000 in 2021 in Alabama, and last year it was 120,000. Now these are the people that report. So Walter and Josh, if one of y'all will open your phone and type cryptocurrency machines near me. And wait till y'all gonna be so surprised. Has anybody ever seen a cryptocurrency machine in a convenience store? Okay, you see one, they're just little machines. Where's the closest one, Josh?
1028 North Park Avenue.
How far is that?
3 miles.
3 miles.
Actually, there's one a mile away.
They're everywhere.
What do they do? What do they do?
They want you to put real cash in there, and so that you're investing wisely. You'll see a Facebook page. You'll see an opportunity to pay somebody with cryptocurrency. There was a lady in Fairhope, a very educated lady, who got called on a Thursday or Friday afternoon. Somebody convinced her to put a lot of her retirement money. Told her it's a great deal. She had until a certain Saturday to invest all this money. She went to the bank on a Friday afternoon. I don't know why the bank didn't stop her, but they didn't. She stood at a crypto machine right by my house in a Chevron station for 3 hours, putting in $100 bills. After she did it, she called her daughter in another state and said, "I believe I made a mistake." She called me Monday morning. I said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry. Your money's gone." A lot of betting sites ask you to pay with cryptocurrency. I don't know if any of y'all do any online betting. I don't know that it's really legal in Alabama, but I do believe it does. They ask you to pay with cryptocurrency. There are some legitimate cryptocurrency companies, but I would be very wary of cryptocurrency. It's just a different form of currency. You don't have anything in your hand like you do a dollar bill.
Right.
Okay, that just tells you how we got this, some of these statistics in them. Okay, small businesses. How many of y'all are small business owners? Okay, how many of y'all are in the home building or construction business? Okay, so most of the members of the Better Business Bureau are in the construction business of some kind. I believe, and I don't know if we have any chamber people here either, but I imagine most of those are small businesses.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
As well. So small businesses make up, that's what the root of this town is, this city is. That's what the root of Mobile is. That's the root of Atmore. We've got longtime businesses here like Shoots Pecans. That is a small business. Now, why are small businesses vulnerable to scams? They don't have the staff. They don't have the training. They don't, they're just not ready. This slide's in the wrong place, but, I'll go back to that. So, here's the type of the 5 riskiest scams, facing us in here in Alabama. And, if y'all want to know more about this, I believe WTVY is going to do a story on it on Wednesday. I had the pleasure of starting my morning off with one of their newest reporters this morning, and thank you, ma'am, for having such a great staff back there. I see you, general manager back there. But they did a wonderful job, and they are doing a little story about what the top riskiest scams are and how you can protect yourself. So here's what the kind of scams we see: credit card scams, directory listings. How many of y'all had somebody come knock on the door and say, I'm trying to sell you a directory or a coupon book to be involved in, and you've never heard of before? Okay, got one, got a few. If the Chamber of Commerce is going to have a directory of the best of Dothan, they're going to send you an email out ahead of time. Do I need to move some more? They're going to send you an email out ahead of time and let you know somebody's coming. If somebody you've never heard of shows up with a business card at your door, that's the kind of thing we're talking about. Directory listings or coupon books, same thing. Fake invoices, and of course, tech support. Fake invoices and tech support have come up a lot more again since COVID. We had so many people working from home, and their supervisor was not sitting next to them to check to see if that really was a legitimate order. When I was speaking in Troy last week, there was a young lady who had just taken over as head of this executive director of this particular place. And she got a bill for, this is your insurance premium due. It's the first time she'd seen it. She thought it was a little odd, so she called the person who had the job before her and said, do we have our insurance with this company? She says, no, I've never heard of that. Just a complete fake invoice, but that lady was, she got it. So do you think there's more of a risk today of businesses getting scammed or less? And believe it or not, it's more. Now you think we're getting sophisticated, and we are, but the scammers are getting just as sophisticated and seem to be ahead of us when it comes to a lot of these scams. A lot of people don't think it can happen to them. It can. I'm going to give you 2 examples down in Baldwin County. That's where I live. One was in Robertsdale. A Dollar General. Somebody called the Dollar General during lunch. Said they were the district manager, and the person somehow knew that the manager or there was nobody at the store except for this younger new employee. Said, you know, something's wrong with our direct deposit, taking the money from whatever. There's something wrong with our app. There's something wrong with our processing. I need for you to bring me the money in the cash register to a parking lot somewhere. Needless to say, that person's not with them anymore. The other one, somewhat similar. Someone called and said they were from the Baldwin County Sheriff's Department. They called Cobalt Restaurant, which is a very, very nice restaurant right on the Florida-Alabama line. Called during the lunch hour. Told the employee, there again, the manager, the front of the house manager had stepped out, had a doctor's appointment for their relative or something, convinced the person that they were with the sheriff's department and could they come bring them some money. The chamber down there did publicize that scam to everybody in Baldwin County, because I can tell you, Cobalt's a very, very nice restaurant. It's not some small mom and pop restaurant. We also see in Mobile County, people calling restaurants during their lunch hour, smaller restaurants, smaller businesses, where people's English may not be as good, and they're telling them that their power bill is going to be turned off at 3 o'clock if they don't pay their bill right now on the telephone. Anybody from Alabama Power Company here? Y'all all know that Alabama Power Company is not going to call you and tell you they're going to turn your power off. Okay, Here's some of the ways the methods they use: credit cards, checks. Of course, bad checks are still a thing. Check washing is a big thing now. So anybody who's trying to make you hurry up, they're playing on their emotions. They're asking you to wire gifts or money or use gift cards. Walk away from that. Okay, so how most of these scammers are successful is because they pretend to be somebody that you know. You know, they may use your boss's name and try to perpetrate the scam. The Saraland school superintendent had his email hijacked. Somebody sent an email out from everybody in the Saraland school system saying the superintendent there, who I believe used to be the superintendent of Enterprise, so some of y'all might know him. We're getting gift cards for a sick person that's on our staff. A few of the people believed it was really him. Of course, it wasn't. The way they get to you is online, by phone, and many years ago, a lot of the scams were perpetrated in person, but that's kind of declining as the internet keeps going. A couple of other ways that people do this is phishing scams, charity scams, office supply scams. I want to mention charity real quick. We see a lot of holiday scams, and that's where our charity scams with people, a lot of times people might come to your business trying to get you to support this little league or that little league or this fundraiser and that fundraiser. But I would encourage you to make sure you just invest in United Way agencies and other charities that you know your church, that support them that way. But charity pitches are really bad at the end of the year because that's when most people do their big online giving. So you just have to be very wary. If you haven't heard of somebody who's starting to solicit you, you can check with the BBB. You can go to Wise Giving Alliance and look up if they say they're a national charity. Look on and see how long they've been a charity, because you probably can't even find them if you Google their name. Okay, here's some things you can do for your employees. Keep accurate records. Make sure they're trained. Be careful with all your payment procedures. Have firewalls set up. I know many big companies now, and we talked about this when I spoke to the UFALA chamber. Big companies are now sending out fake emails to their employees to see who will open them and who won't. Anybody heard about that down here? Sir, what kind of business do you know that's doing that? In the green shirt? You.
Hospital.
Okay. Hospitals. I believe this is it's a really big plan up in UFALA. I'm not.
Most every bank has to do that now.
Okay, they're saying most every bank has to do that now and banks do a tremendous job in training their employees to look for scams. So I don't know where the lady with the cryptocurrency went, but they do. They're highly trained. I believe annually of things to look for, and that's where they're getting a lot of training in the check washing. That's when somebody changes the numbers and adds some zeros, basically. Avoid clicking on links for unsolicited emails. If you think it's a company you may or may not know, go up to the little left-hand bar and look for a little lock and hover over that little that little address, and you can pretty much figure out if it's real or not. Or even go to the site. Just say you're ordering something from Staples or Home Depot or something. So go look on the Home Depot site and see if it really is Home Depot, that they particularly have that great deal. And as I say, have a cybersecurity policy in place. So important as we go forward in today's world. If you want to file a complaint with the business, just say you got a roof done, and 3 months from now the roof's leaking, and you have a problem, and you call that business 10 times and they won't come back and fix it. If they're legitimate at all, you can file a complaint with us. We intervene, and I would say about 80% of the time we are successful in helping you either get your money back or get your work complete. You can do that online as well. Accreditation, I kind of going to end with this a little bit, and I hope y'all will ask questions and we'll be a little more interactive. If you see that BBB symbol, then you know that means that business is honest, that they are run with integrity, that they have been checked out with the Better Business Bureau. You can't become a member of the Better Business Bureau unless you have been open for 1 year. Make sure you hold all the proper licenses. You have to be in good standing. You can't have somebody indicted for something. We don't let somebody who's been indicted for something for fraud in Florida come over here and then try to come over here and join the BBB and think we're not going to find that out. Okay, but we want you to be, all these things, if you're a Rotarian, all these things are the way that you are living your life anyway. What is the truth is over here. Is it the truth? Tell the truth is over here. So I have a flyer on the table. If you are interested in becoming an accredited business, you can pick that up. I also have another flyer on some of the tables that says 10 steps to hiring a contractor. I had no idea this club was this big, so I'm sorry I don't have enough for everybody. I think hiring a contractor is a topic that, as where you live and where I live and how close to the beach we are, hiring a contractor that is legitimate and following those rules are very important. So and there's a few pins on the table as well that has my 800 number on it. So if you need to reach me afterwards, you can grab a pin, or I have some cards up here. Okay, I'm going to stop. Here's my contact information. I know we have to have some questions, because if you don't ask them, I'm coming to you. Are you still filming?
What's the most popular scam today? I know the coin is the other.
Okay, thank you for asking that. So the slide I skipped was Netflix, PayPal, and Geek Squad. And you know what all three of those are? Geek Squad, people are getting bills from, they say they're from Geek Squad. It's time to renew your Best Buy account to get your computer fixed. Most of those people who are getting those don't even have Best Buy accounts. Netflix, the streaming services, as we know, are taking over a lot of our broadcasting time. So Netflix is the leader. And then PayPal. The other two that you probably, everybody in this room could raise their hand is, how many people have gotten a thing saying their Amazon order or their FedEx order is on the way? I know every person's going to raise their hand on that. Amazon is actually one of the biggest sponsors of BBB programming in the country because they are scammed so much. USPS, FedEx, all of those people, they're relentless. I bet every person, if they hadn't gotten one today, they'll get one this week. Some other businesses that in Alabama that have been scammed or have been regions. There was a situation a year or two ago where people who were not Regions customers were getting things saying something's wrong with your Regions account. Don't ever click on any link on your phone when you see something like that. And whatever you do, don't call the phone number that's on that little text, because that's not going to FedEx, that's not going to Amazon, it's not going to. So it's been, anybody other questions? Yes, sir.
I just wanted to add, on the business side, we get renewals or payment requests to renew our domain.
Renew your what?
Domain.
Oh, yes.
All the time. So you gotta be aware of that too.
Yeah, tech support was up there. And there again, the workforce today is different than it was when most of us started our careers, because we stayed at a job for 10, 15, 20 years. These younger people, they change jobs real quickly, so they may not know whether the domain's changed or what the name of the tech company you've been using all these years. Yes, sir. I got two back there. I go the furthest first.
Monty, you talk a lot about the investigating process and making awareness of these scammers. Is the Better Business Bureau involved in bringing any type of justice or prosecution to these individuals or organizations that are scamming and frauding?
Okay, so we work very closely. We can't prosecute them, but very, very often we're working with the Attorney General's office. We're working with the DAs in the counties. The Alberta police called us last year. They had a bunch of cases against a contractor down there. They came and saw our website and said, hey, can you help us? We work very closely, and thank you so much for bringing that up. We work very closely with the Alabama Securities Commission. the Alabama Attorney General's office, and a couple other state agencies that we're partners with. So there again, we don't have any prosecutorial, but we assist sometimes and testify. Yes, sir.
Do y'all get involved with Medicare scam?
We do talks about them. I don't know that we can, maybe it depends on the company. Just say it was a company that was based in Houston though, so the BBB in Houston, Texas would, involve that. If it's like, so yeah, it's it just probably depends on what it is. But, the, person that you want to speak to here in Dothan is Donna, what's the? Steve? No, yeah, who's the Medicare? Y'all, it's, I don't know what it's called here. In Mobile, it's called the South Alabama Regional Planning Commission. And this, there's
Sarcoa?
Sarcoa. Sarcoa is where I would start with that, if you wanted to find out more. Because they have a whole Medicare division, and plus Medicare.gov is also a great thing. And I would just say that a lot of these things I'm talking about, if you go to ftc.gov, or there's different government agencies, so just make sure it has a .gov on it. And that's, if you want to get on a do not call registry, it won't take all the calls off. But if you want to get off of most of them that originate in the United States, you can go to ftc.gov or the do not call registry. Okay, good. Everybody else? I'll be happy to answer any questions afterwards if you have anything really specific that you want to talk about. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us today, Ms. Monde. Thank you, Walter, for coordinating our program today. All right, next week we will be observing Columbus Day, so there won't be any meeting. So enjoy a week away. Hope you have a good long weekend. Thank you to the guests that were here today. Good seeing everyone. Just a reminder, if you are available, immediately follow this meeting. We'll be putting some stickers on some dictionaries and go pay a visit to Mr. John Gormley. With that, please stand for the four-way test. Of the things we think, say, and do. Is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will be beneficial to all concerned? Shine the light of Rotary.